Today, the most hotly debated topic in the country is NRC. The NRC is the National Register of Citizens. It is an attempt by the Indian government to identify its legitimate citizens and weed out those who are infiltrators or illegal immigrants. The beginning of the NRC goes back to the Assam agitation, which started in the late 70s. It was spearheaded by a group of students who wanted to preserve the rights of the indigenous Assamese. Their main demand was that the Bangladeshis who had come from across the borders and squatted in India illegally should be first identified and then sent out. They rallied and they fought extensively for over 6 years, and those were turbulent years in the history of Assam. There were bunds, there were strikes, there was ethnic violence, a lot of people lost their lives, a lot of people lost their careers, but in the end, because of the persistent demand from the students and the support that they got from the common population, the government sat on the table with the students and came out with the Assam Accord in 1985. The Assam Accord was signed between the Government of India and the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, ASU, which is the All Assam Students Union, and AGP, which is the Assam Ganahongram Porikhod. The NRC, or the National Register of Citizens, was promised to the people of Assam in the Assam Accord of 1985. For years after the accord was signed, successive governments sat on it. There was no action. In 2005, the Congress government finally took it up. But again, due to various kind of pressures, this process stalled. It got revived again in 2009 when there was a PIL in the Supreme Court and an NGO took up the case. And monitored by the Supreme Court under its directions, the NRC, as you see today, has taken shape. The National Register of Citizens is aimed at weeding out the people who came to India illegally. They are not citizens of India. So there is no concept of taking away citizenships from citizens, as is being told by many lobbies. The NRC is a mammoth operation. To give you an idea of the scale, let me just give you a few figures. 3.29 crore people applied to be on the NRC list. They submitted 6.6 crore documents. Out of these, 5.5 lakh documents had to be sent to other states for verification. Then they came out with the first draft, which was published on 1st of Jan 2018. A lot of names were missing in that first draft, including the names of my entire clan. The second draft was released end of last month, and that is where all the problem and all the debate has begun, because there is a lobby which is spreading the malicious lie that this is the final list and that all the people who have been excluded from this list are therefore deprived of their citizenship and they have no rights in India. This is patently false. 40 lakh names are yet to be verified, which is why this is the draft list, not the final list. 40 lakh people are not on the list for various reasons. For some there might be incomplete documents. For some, they might be genuinely illegal people who haven't been able to prove their identity. Whatever may be the case, the government has given a 1-month window for people to reapply and resubmit all documents. At the end of the process, the final NRC list will be published. But is that the end of the road for the people whose names still don't make it? No. After that also, there is a whole long process of redressal. If your name is not on the final list of the NRC, you can go to the Foreigners Tribunal. If you lose there, you still have more recourse. You can go to the High Court and then all the way up to the Supreme Court. Only after a person has exhausted every single legal means available are they meant to consider themselves as having failed. There is a process that still will continue, and it will only be concluded when every single challenge has been met, when every single petition has been addressed, and then we will have the composite list of who are the Assamese and the Indians and who are the people who are from outside.